Great light, oh yes, it is another glorious day to wear the glorified crown. God glorifies you this day, friend, to rise in the light. Yes, rise in the light and wear your glorified crown. Glorify yourself, friend. By wearing the crown you were gifted from the beginning. Yes, wear that head of gold right on your head, you winner. So when I show you Gematria, because my page is dedicated a lot towards Gematria, I do a little bit of everything here. You can watch my videos and see what all I do here. I bring all the words into numbers. I bring all the words into numbers so I can show you how your sin is not real. Yeah, your sin is not real. And neither are anything bad, you guys. There is no bad here, just so you know. In God's house, if God did not want stuff that's here in the house to show us our own reflection, then it wouldn't be here. Literally everything that happens here, it is supposed to happen here, friends. I've shown you before how the Zodiac is that monster that the hero Hercules, he battles it, right? And in that story, that monster has several heads, and every time he chops the head off, another one grows in its place. So, me as an elf, I would know all about this story, friend, and how this is you. You are the serpent with the many heads, and you are also the hero. Now, this is a story for you as an individual, but this is also a story for the grand collection of humanity on the earth. Every time man tries to chop off someone else's authority, let's say, instead of the every time something like this happens, every time you off someone here and it's not, naturally, it's by the hands of man down here, once you lop off that head, another one comes back in its place. Sometimes it comes back with a vengeance, you guys. It comes back with a vengeance for that balance. So the hero can come through. And that's what you see a lot happening here on the earth right now. That's why there is a lot of what man would say is violence. They have created their own system of violence based on their own system that they created. It's like a product of their works. In this house, every single human that's here on the face of the earth is a reflection of their house. We're all in earth, on earth, however you want to say that. And we're all reflecting the mental reality that's here. Look at earth like a giant brain, and you got all the little cells, and some of them are white cells, and some of them are red, and some of them are black, and they're all walking around, in the brain, doing their little jobs. That's the same way how it is here. Every time there's been like an injustice done here, the justice system, which is from God, he sends others to incarnate to help balance it out. So this is where the angels come into play, come down here and balance it out. And this is why you're all the angels here. You're all the angels here in play, playing a character to help balance that wheelhouse. And just so you know, if you say time isn't real, then you don't know the real story. You don't know the real story. Let me show you it. This is the real story. This is the wheel that is the movie. All the film is already wound up in here, and it's all playing out in live stream right now. So everything that was written from beginning. Okay, there's literally nothing new under the sun, because in the beginning, everything was created and everything rolls out in due season. We're about right here, right now. See all the rest of the movie we have to play? See all the rest of this movie we have to play? In order to do this, man has to have sex. They got to get dirty. They got to get dirty, and they got to get down with the nasty. And they got to have sex and have lots of babies for all of this to come through for everyone to play on. Now, when you get to this point, there is a reset, you guys. And I've shown you before about the Octowheel's mom, the octopus on the wheel, the queen. And she tells you about the pit stops that take place. And here's one right here, right at dead center of this sign. The full fire effect right there. Okay. This is when a lot changes here on the earth. We're already in the process of change, and then this is when it really picks up, because we're also going to go through the mirror, you guys, at this point. At this point, we go through the mirror. We get on the side with the sun, because the sun rules this side of the house. Now, another thing I want to point out, and why I drew this too, a lot of people are saying that this is the beginning up here, not down here in December with Janice. Okay, when you put your clock over this, just so you know, yeah, this is a beginning. This is a beginning too, because this is when the sun starts to rise and come up over the horizon. Okay? And this is when you start to see the sun at 6 p.m. But the sun really begins down here, you guys, with Janus. Just like in December/January, Saturn. Begins down here in Saturn as the true beginning, because this is where your clock goes from 12, Saturn, over to 1 for Neo. Right there. And notice how 1 a.m. looks like I am. So yeah, I am starts right down here at the bottom, you guys, at 1 a.m. This is the true beginning right here. This is also a beginning, and I've shown you how every spoke is a beginning and end on the wheel, just so you know. Another thing I show with Gematria is once you bring all those dirty, bad words, all your little curse words that you are saying are bad, just so you know, the word curse rearranges for cures. That's where they get the cure from. So anytime you're curing somebody, you're also cursing them, friend, just so you know, because it's the same word. Has the same value, the same sum. I work in the syntax program using Gematria, because Gematria is where you find your syntax or your sum tax for the somebody. Okay? And the somebody is the sim body. There is no sin here. Okay? Just so you know. And you see this when you move all your letters into numbers. The numbers simplify everything, and they show you the truth. That the reality is perfect, and it plays out just like it's supposed to. Everything is right where it's supposed to be, just so you know. So anytime you're saying a bad word, that bad word is based on your dealings, okay? It's based on your heart and where your heart is at. For those like myself, when you say bad words to me, because my heart is in the right place, and I know everything is good, I only hear the good, friend. I have showed you very many times how I am the bitch and the whore, and I am all those dirty words, because they all have a good meaning. Everything here has a good meaning. The word murder is red rum for the blood. The word cannibal shows you the Annabelle for the Trinity, C. There's so many words here that they have taken, and they have issued them a bad, but you must always look for the good in the bad. And you see this with Gematria when you bring everything into the numbers. Okay? So yeah, there's literally no bad words here, and there's no sin, so you can go and live your life and be free, and just know if you're dealing out hate in your heart, that's what you're going to receive back. Okay? That's just how it works. The system balances out that way. You get what you give. And people should have a very strong barrier of their aura to protect themselves against people who have words as weapons, because words are weapons, friends. So I also want to take just a minute here and show you how you find the jack in the box and just the square. Okay, here's your square, and you must always circle the square. Okay, so the circle or the Holy Spirit hides in the square, and the square carries the grand triangle. Carries the spirit at center, so there's your eye. And you got your 4 points here, fire, earth, air, water, with the spirit at center. And then he comes out with his little spring, okay? And then he's got his little head and his little top hat right there. Okay, so this is where the jack in the box comes from for the 5 on the die for the grand pyramid. I don't know if you could see the pyramid when I drew it like that. And also, this square moves in the circle, so the square will look like this. The square will look like this. And this is where your other shapes come through. Your hexagon, your pentagon. Okay. Many things